In society, you have rich and you have poor. You have those that have a lot, and you have those that don't have that much. What is the purpose of these two different classes? God says in His Word that the poor will always be among us. So that means there's always a work for the wealthy or those that have more to do, and that is to see to the needs of the poor, to see to the needs of those that have less. So the question is, what does God value? You know, we look at the story of the widow that gave the 2 mites that she had. It was more precious in the sight of God than the riches that others gave. Why? Why? I mean, you would think that God could do more with $1,000 than He could do with $1, right? God searches the heart. He looks at the motives of what we do, why we do what we do. And when that widow gave the 2 mites that she had, she was giving all that she had. And she was trusting in God to provide for her needs. Now, she could have very well taken those 2 mites and said, you know what, I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to purchase me what I need, my food, my water, my necessities, and then go about her business. But she saw that God's kingdom had a need, and that need could only be met through the willingness of herself to give. So she gave. The rich, yes, there are times when they are moved to give. But when they give, it is from an abundance. But when that poor individual gives all that he or she has, and then hopes and waits on God to provide for their needs, it is something that God truly values. Am I saying that God does not value the gift of the rich? No. But oftentimes it is easy to give from our abundance. It truly shows where the heart is when we give from a place where we have little. Let me put it to you this way. Proverbs chapter 11, verses 24. There is that scattereth, and yet increaseth. And there is that withholdeth more than is meet, but it tendeth to poverty. Brothers and sisters, it's important to remember that the work of God goes forward through the donations that we give. The work of God is advanced through our giving, and it is not just in our money, it is also in our time. It is also in our energies and the efforts that we put forward to praise God and to advance His work. It is valued by God in such a way that He will blow upon it the spirit of blessing to increase what we give, so that it will bring in a harvest that is worthy of Him. What does God value? God values when we give from a place that is deep within our heart. When we give, knowing that it is all that we have, whether it's time, money, or energy. He values when we put His desires before our own. And when we give from this type of place, when we give in this manner, we are blessing the work and we are blessing ourselves. This is Andre Battles with I Battle Daily Ministries. And once again, you've been briefed.